Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading here today at MadWorldTarot. Dark readings today, very dark topics, and for this one I have the Soulless Tarot on the tarot table. And the reason being, we are looking at a story in the Daily Beast. It's just come out, and it says Megan is a demon boss who had psycho moments, and it's pretty shocking. This comes a day after her clapback. We've had the Hollywood Reporter story about the dictator in high heels who made grown men cry. That was pretty bad. The clapback came, and it came in Us Weekly, published by the same person who, interestingly enough, published that letter from the 5 friends all those years ago. But this time it's Us Weekly who told us that she's the best boss ever, and she managed to get people like Josh Kettler, Catherine Saint Laurent, Ashley Hansen and Mandana Dayani to say lovely things about her. And I think she thought that she got away with it. She'd clapped back. She told us all what a lovely person she was. And then lo and behold, the Daily Beast pops up with another takedown. Sources, including sources from the palace, courtiers, are quoted as saying that she's a demon who had psycho moments, very, very bad moments. She was witnessed chewing people up in person and on the phone, making them feel like SHIT. Sources say she's lovely when it's all going her way, but she's a demon when the worm turns. And one incident was a poor florist who was screamed at for half an hour on the phone for putting something up on Instagram, just a little glimpse of her work, not saying that it had anything to do with Megan. She was screamed at for half an hour, and this person said she would never work for Megan again, despite the prestige of working for her, because she was treated like a tradesman who could be treated like SHIT again. So we've had the clapback and now another takedown. It's interesting. I want to know how Megan's doing with this little 5-card reading. And I want to know how she felt when she put out her clapback in Us Weekly, thought that she'd sorted it all out, and how she felt when this thing in the Daily Beast landed. Because Tom Sykes, who's written this, can be quite a sugar. He has his moments where he's quite pro Montecito, but this not so much. And who's behind this? I want to know. That's the question I really want to know today in this little short reading. Who's behind this? Because whoever is having a go isn't letting this story disappear. The Hollywood Reporter thing came out, then there was the clapback, best boss ever, and now best boss ever has turned into a demon who has psycho moments. Somebody really wants this this message out there. I want to know who it is, and I want to know what's going to happen next. What are the implications for Megan of this very determined, it seems to me, narrative from whatever quarter. Let's remind you that we're dealing with tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all speculation. It's all my opinion. I just read energy, and there is a disclaimer in the box below, and there's a big allegedly all over everything at the moment, because we are dealing with some quite tricky topics at the moment, as we do from time to time. We like to test their energy and see what's going on as far as tarot can tell us. And we have the 5 of Swords, and it's in reverse. Defeat. It's a conflict card. Hollow victory card when it's upright. Defeat when it's in reverse. This is a battle that seemingly she's not going to win. Someone does not want her to win this. She might have thought that she'd won with the clapback, and we're going to have a look and see, but somebody is determined that she is going to lose, and that she's going to be seen as someone that is an enormous source of conflict, a disturbance in the force field, basically, that wherever she is, so the conflict goes, the trouble. So situation we're dealing with, Megan's point of view really, What are we dealing with? We're dealing with the world. And this is not, this card is more and more for me in these royal readings, acquiring a somewhat different energy to its normal tarot meaning, which would be the ending of a chapter. Well done, you've achieved all your goals, and now you can move on to the next thing. It's closing a book on something because it's been read, it's been done, it's finished, but successfully. It's becoming more and more about publicity, about all eyes being on something. And in this case, all eyes being on Meghan, and only Meghan. There's no mention of Harry in this one. This is all Meghan is terrible. Meghan is the demon boss with the psycho moments. I mean, you can't say worse about someone. And I'm not saying allegedly, because this is the headline of this article in the Daily Beast from Tom Sykes, and this is how she's being described. It's really shocking terminology. The dictator in high heels was bad enough, but now we've got demon with psycho moments. I mean, that's accusing her basically of being incredibly dark and mentally unstable even. You could insert that kind of meaning into the heading. So how did she feel when she sent her clapback out? How was she feeling? A King of Wands in reverse. She wasn't happy with this. The King of Wands is a very entertaining, very accomplished, charismatic person who can lead people. It's very much about PR and entertainment and theatre and drama and passions and stuff like that. It's in reverse. I don't think she was happy. I don't think she felt that it really landed very well. And it didn't. It was taken apart immediately. People were openly sort of mocking it and saying how farcical it was. And how nobody really actually said anything of substance. Josh Kettler, for instance, said how he was welcomed into Archie well, but he didn't say the circumstances under which he left after only 3 months. So it didn't really, as I say, it didn't really land. And a lot of people who know a whole lot more about PR than I do said that she would never have been told to do that by her PR team. And so King of Wands in reverse for me tells me that possibly she didn't listen to good advice, or she didn't seek good advice and just went her own way with this, and then realized afterwards that perhaps it wasn't the wisest thing to do. That's possible. I don't know how self-aware she is, how able she is to reach those kinds of conclusions, but it was all around. So she must have read what people, or heard what people were saying about her. How does she feel now with this Daily Beast demon article coming out? What does she think about it? Knight of Cups in reverse, very upset, very, very, very upset. And I could even see some finger pointing with that Knight of Cups. Fingers could be pointing at people in her team that she feels have been disloyal to her. So Jason North, who was mentioned in this article quite vividly for being the one who took the bullying case forward in the old days when she was a working royal for 72 days. So fingers could be pointed there. They could be pointed in other directions, other Knights of Cups. And the one obvious Knight of Cups that she might suspect, or she might feel has betrayed her at some level, is Prince William, Knight of Cups. He is Knight of Cups. That is a Prince William energy possibly in there. I'm speculating that she might feel aggrieved, that she might think that he is behind this to some extent. I think he has some association with Tom Sykes, but as far as I've ever understood it, not a very friendly one. I don't think Tom Sykes is a fan. That's what I've picked up from my travels around social media. I could be quite wrong, and apologies if I am. But she's upset because she feels she's been betrayed by people that she feels she was very good to, that were her friends, that she was very loyal to and very supportive of. Cough, cough. And I'm back. And so I think she feels betrayed and let down and upset. Knight of Cups in reverse is very upset energy. That's for sure. There could be tears, there could be shrieking, there could be more of a, let's say, a witch hunt. It's a very strong term, but we're dealing with strong terminology here today, of trying to find out who the source was for this. And some people speculate that the clapback article in Us Weekly was a form of witch hunt, of forcing people to make these statements, to be quoted on the record as being supportive of her, who she might suspect were actually sources for the initial takedown in the Hollywood Reporter. It's very hard to keep track of these takedowns and clapbacks and more takedowns, all in the space of about a week. It's crazy energy in the world at the moment. Let's see who is behind this latest attempt to take her down. What's going on? Who's really doing this? What do we have? We've got the Lovers in reverse. This is somebody. Now, there is a theory. So we're going to quote the theory. I don't necessarily agree with the theory. Some people are speculating that it's coming from very close to home, this takedown. And that card would tend to support it because it's very close and can be a romantic pairing. The Lovers, very close to home. People who were once very united and very close who are no longer. Splitsville. So there is that kind of energy in here. So it could be from very close to home, but it could be from someone else that is somebody that she really was very close to, thought was really in her corner, that was her supporter, her devotee forever and ever. And there are other people that in my mind could drift to when I'm thinking about those kinds of people who've been very quiet lately, long-term supporters of Meghan, who have been very quiet recently. Interestingly, people that go back a long way. I'll leave you to speculate on who those kinds of people might be. But these are powerful people. It's major arcana, powerful connections. I am not getting palace. For me personally, I'm not getting palace. She might suspect, but I think she also suspects that it's these kinds of long-term connections that she thought would be loyal forever, that she could count on forever, who might have turned. So worms are turning, not just our demon queen with her psycho moments. I think other worms could be turning too. Very interesting. I didn't expect to get that energy in this reading. What next for her? How bad is this going to get, or is she going to be able to turn it around? We've got the Star. I've had that energy with her quite a lot recently. She is going to do her best to reclaim her star quality and try and get herself back on track. She's going to put more stuff out. We're going to get more stuff about how marvelous she is, and everyone adores her, and she's just the best thing that ever was. There's going to be tit for tat with this, and I think we're going to not have to wait very long before the next clapback comes of just the saint, and perhaps feathers fall from her, white feathers, as she walks, and her halo is glowing brightly, and you can see the angel wings, and she doesn't even walk so much as levitate at this point. And I won't make an unkind comment about her feet, because I don't want to kick someone as far down as she is right now. But there you have it. Very strange energy around at the moment. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.